everybody's heard that interest rates are up. Now you're buying a house. Why does it make a difference? Why would it matter? Well, my name is Chris Duval. I'm an Austin area realtor. I'm going to explain why the interest rate makes a big difference on the home buyer. Check this out. So the most obvious way that it affects the buyer is that your mortgage payment is going to be more per month if the interest rate is higher, right? Because you're going to be borrowing more money over the life of the loan. In fact, between a 5% and a 6% difference on a $500,000 loan over 30 years, the difference can be over $100,000. So since you're dividing that through months, your monthly payment's going to be higher, right? Everybody knows that. So if you want to see how much the interest rate affects your mortgage, go to baldguyrealtor.com or chrisduvalrealtor.com. They both go to the same place. That goes to my website. Go to the mortgage calculator on the right-hand side, and I'm going to put in, I like to use $500,000 as an example. So I'm just going to put it at 5%, and I'm going to clear out all these other things. And you can see that your principal and interest is $26.84 when you have a 5% rate. When you're at 6%, it goes up to $29.98. So that's about $300 difference. So that's just 1% made your principal and interest payment go up $300. Even a quarter of a point difference makes your mortgage payment go up about $100. So it does make a difference. Another thing that the interest rate affects is your purchasing power. Now a lot of people don't even know what that is. All purchasing power is kind of a fancy way to say is your budget. So when you go in and get lending, they're going to give you a certain budget that you can pay at, and they're based upon that budget. Say you can pay $2,900 a month. Based upon that budget, they're going to tell you what price house you can buy with the current interest rate. Well, when that interest rate goes up and you want to keep that payment at $2,900, and sometimes you have to because you can't afford to, then your purchasing power went down. Check out this example. So here's an example of your purchasing power. I like to use $500,000, roughly around there. So let's say that the lending gave you a pre-approval and they said you could do $2,900 towards principal and interest. At 5%, you can get a $540,000 house. But if you notice that as the interest rate goes up and you want to keep that below $2,900, it goes up just 0.25%. You just lost $20,000 in purchasing power, meaning you cannot buy this house unless you're going to throw in more cash. You can't get lending for this house anymore. You can only get lending for this. So that is extremely important. You just lost a lot of purchasing power. If it goes up from 5% to 6%, so you can see that you've lost $60,000 in purchasing power. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of house. Could be square footage. Could be a pool. Could be a lot of things. But you've just lost a lot of power. So those are the two ways that the interest rate affects the buyer. If you're wondering whether right now is a good time to buy, check out my video on is it a good time to buy? If you have any questions about buying, selling, or even leasing in the Austin area, please don't hesitate to call me.